And welcome to Wednesday, the 4th of June in the year of the 2025s. Oh my gosh, the boys really want me to open up the concession stand early. So, Loki, let me just double check to make sure that chat is working on all platforms. Let's see here, not private. Do we want all? Because we are a weirdo who talks all our steps out loud because. Hey, boys! Boy! Oh my god! Sorry for your ear holes. Welcome to the circus. I am your host, Phoenix Electra, and I have my co-hosts, my troublemakers. Oh, and everybody's just off camera. Loki, we have Loki. I am right in the way of the other, and no, he's here. Okay. Where was I? I was getting back to make sure that our chat was working. All right, let me stay put. Nobody said you could move. All right. Welcome to the circus. Let's see here. Oh, what speedy response. Wow. Rumble Studio. I see you making some fast upgrades in the background. Ooh. Hello, little dude. Oh, he said he was going to walk out the front door this morning, this afternoon. That was fun. But he was just scoping things around because Oreo was like stood up and was looking into the house like that might be a nice place to live. So we went out and gave them some snackies and some water because it's not super hot, but it's hot, it's warm enough. So Loki, we need a couple more fannies in the seats, and then I'll open up the concession stand. So we're getting closer, but not quite yet. I filed my bones outside, so I took my my sharpening tooly thingy file, and at the edges, just rounded them off a little bit so that they don't go pokey through the silk and cotton layers. This one, can you just slide into your hole, please? And we just stuff them into their channels. We'll see if there needs to be any adjustments in the cutting, but we'll get there when we get there. So there is the center back on the side panel, and I have the front section marked in the boning channels. One of them's right, one of them's got some errant marks, so hopefully I remembered to lay the one that's marked correctly on top, so we'll stitch the channels in that one first and then do the other one so I have a reference. Oh, here we've got some lace, we've got random pieces, threads. Oh, we're getting closer, boys. We are getting closer. Let's see, should we have a minimum? Boys, we need we need at least 5 fannies in the seats, and then I'll open up the concession stand because it's Wednesday, and I know everybody's doing what I frequently, well, when I can. We're here for the workers and lurkers on Wednesdays. I also will work on this Archoli top. Something's not right. I'm just gonna stitch it together with what we have with the new dart in there so I can just look at it and think, because I feel as though something is off in the shoulder section, but I can't quite tell, and it's held together between being pinned and hand basted in some sections, but there's still some pull on it, so it's attached but not as secure as I would like to really get a good sense of it. And I can rip it apart if I need it. I might keep it because I stumbled across in my Pinteresting, because I'm so pintastical. Let's start with this easy sewing first, and then we'll get into the boning channels. Also, when it's more exciting, when a few more fannies get in here. First, I'm going to reattach the shoulder seams, this shoulder, because I took it out. Oh, that's because that's where you were, Phoenix. Take a breath. You don't need to talk a mile a minute. Just because you come from New York, not even the city, doesn't mean you always have to talk fast. Like, you don't have to talk like you came from New York. Unique New York, unique New York. All right. So in my attempts to try to figure out what was going on, I unpicked the shoulder seam on this side and tried to see if I needed more. It feels it when I tried it on the last time, it just seemed like the shoulder seam was too far forward. It was sitting on my collarbone and not at my shoulder peak. And I can't recall if I've run into this problem before. Possibly. Also, I've had much more pleasurable times knitting garments for my upper body than stitching them, unless they're like a sack. And I'm trying to move past, Phoenix, don't tell lies. I'm not always trying to wear snacks. Hello, Jess. Hello, FP. Welcome, welcome. Oh, those emotes are showing funny. How are you doing? Oh, man. All right. Well, since we've... okay. I'll open up the concession stand. You've all won me over. Loki, come to your mark. Okay. Oh. Are you going to come for snackies? Are you going to come? Come here. Come here. Hold on. It's not your turn yet. Oh, hello, Allie. Oh, and we've got 5. That's just what I said. All right. Perfect timing. Hello, relax. Oh, man. We're having a great Wednesday. All right. There will be sewing. There will be sewing. All right, boys. I don't know where Freya Froofers is. Oh, hello, William. Oh, man. All right. One more each. And then Phoenix got to sew. All right, boys. I know, Loki, you got away without doing. Oh, Jeff, you're coming to Rumble. Welcome, Jess, into the Rumble's house. Oh, this is peer pressuring. Oh, the twins are at it. All right. Should I catch up and so have half-boned stays, have the choli top. I have the front sections for these transitional stays with marked boning channels, and I have not converted my basted in darts to real darts yet. I'm going to do that. See, everybody's saying hi to you guys. I know Freya Fruitfest didn't come for treaties, but Oreo from outside was looking through the window, like scoping the place out, and then took the snacks outside, and then they sat under the car gobbling cat snacks. So we're not there. Oreo's not. Loki has not given his pause of approval as to whether or not they think they want. Oh, I hope I. No, this is the one that's already only got one set of markings, so that's the one I did correctly versus the panel that I marked incorrectly. So I just took the original markings, transferred it onto my transfer paper, and then took my I'm transferring everything. Wow, 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 wow. Chicken goats. Oh, you're smoking. What is that emote? Oh, rocket ships, right? Because the rocket ship land. Yep, Jess is in rocket ship land on in the Rumbleverse. So I have not cut all the bones for these two sections. We'll get there. And I haven't pulled hooks and eyes yet. There's so many more steps. Every time I'm like, oh, Phoenix, we're getting closer. And then I look at all the things I have left to do. And I'm like, no, Phoenix, we're not done yet. Oh, I should double check the machine because there was that cat fight at the beginning of the show. And I'm sorry for folks who had earphones because I squawked rather loudly, and the boy, Loki left his fur in the thread. So we're just gonna get some fresh ones and take a deep breath and be happy and sit up straight. Hello, sweet boy. Are you gonna come sit on the bench with me? Where are you going, dude? What are you doing? You think there's more snackies? I don't think there's more snackies right now, but you can try. Just don't bite me like your brother did. Oh man, that was a stream and a half. All the things, if I had the time and the patience to go back through, we could just do a little montage of Phoenix bloodletting on stream. Oh, when projects require blood sacrifice. What other kinds of content can you get such excitement? Cats, sewing, making things, old-fashioned machines, my stellar personality. All right, Phoenix, have a sip of tea and start stitching. Because besides the cats, the sweet sounds of this machine is spectacular. Okay, so I am just taking my Phoenix, stand closer to the camera so they can see you. Sorry that my tracing, these dark lines, no, there we go, or where the boning channels are. This in the original was supposed to be a gusset, so it was supposed to make it wider. I didn't need it any wider. I needed it taken in. So I was like, Phoenix, why don't you use that pre-existing spot to add a dart? So I did. And I'm not sewing boning channels yet. I'm taking the correct side, moving all the pieces I don't need right now. And we're going to do, I'm going to make a stays sandwich with, this part always feels a little bit stressful. Where's the original? So I need my reference piece because I'm going to unpin the side with the dart is the side closest to the side seam. Okay, check. Just quadruple checking. I have everything lined up because when you have pieces like this, they start to all look the same. And Phoenix learned to be a much more, are you sugarballing me? So what I just realized is I am going to need to just unpick that dart that I hand basted in because I need each of these pieces to be 2 and not one. And right now I cannot separate them. And okay, let me just unpick and then I can. You're like, Phoenix, what, why does this feel like such a conundrum? Well, let me show you. So I'm just gonna liberate that thread and carefully separate all the pieces. There we go. I'm gonna untake this pin out in this side. Okay. There's oodles of ways to attach pieces for corsets, for your support garments. I decided for this project that I'm going to do this technique where these are the parts that are already stitched. They've got this open floopy end. I need to sew the boning channels, but I can do that after I do the next step. So I am setting the side that I just unattached from the other section and laying right sides together of the dandelion fabric next to the dandelion fabric. I'm taking the silk layer and I'm going to do the exact same thing and also quadruple check that everything is lined up where it's supposed to. And then I'm going to take the silk, the right sides together next to each other. I've got the two layers that I from the middle section that are already attached with the two new pieces for the next section. And I'm going to hold all of them together like a fancy, inedible, yet beautiful sandwich. I'm going to just realign all those sandwich pieces. And I can kind of see through on the white side where I marked. Where I drew my 1/2-inch seam allowance. And I'm just going to pin all these layers together because I don't always pin, but when I do pin, it's because I really think I need to. It's like taking out the iron. I do it, but only if I really need to. Oh, before we sew, do you want to see how far I got on that quilt? Let me get the quilt top out, because why not? It's right here. Oh, it's coming along so swimmingly. Oh. All right. I need to stand for this. Okay. Open. Oh. Open again. Huzzah! I think for most normal people this would be big enough already, but it doesn't fit the blankie I'm making it for fixing. And it goes this way. So it's 19 4-inch blocks across. And I don't know how many tall it's going to be. Oh, that looks like a chaotic beauty. Oh, thank you, Jess. Ooh, do. Ah, Jess, iron and I are the best friends. Pinning, I could take it away and leave it behind. It depends on what's going on. Oh, your connections got off for a couple minutes there. Oh, no. But you're back now, Allie. Oh, let's hear. Oh, your heart is so happy. Right? I know. There's something about a super scrappy, random, like pieced together quilt that it's just my style, because all that frickin' fussy cutting to get all those half square triangle blocks and this, that, and the other thing, and it makes me crazy. I know it's so it and it's gonna oh memories of projects past and random Goodwill bags of quilt. Somebody's thought that they were going to be a quilter and then changed their mind because it was the lengths were all like quilter lengths, not garment. They weren't the way garment sewers buy fabric. Oh, you know what? Because I really want this to be good and I can't completely see, I'm just going to take my seam gauge and with my favorite drawing pencil, I'm just going to remark my stitch line on the cotton because I don't care if I have marks on the cotton, but I'm not writing on pen on my silk today. Oh, Jess, you understand that's not for everyone. That's why I watch you because you don't know if you could ever sew garments the way that you do. I am mostly self-taught and go by the seat of my pants and just decide I'm not afraid to fail at sewing. I do it. I'm not afraid to sew really bad, ill-fitted things so that I can learn. Mostly it's selfish, so I can learn how to fit myself better because and modern underwear just goodness, it's so uncomfortable. I just as I'm like sitting in an ancient sports bra that nobody needed to know. Um yeah, it I just don't like it. And it's hard to find stuff that fits if you have a side if you have a body, standard clothes off the rack something isn't gonna fit right. Wow, Phoenix, we are crushing it for a Wednesday afternoon. Thank you so much, everybody. Please, is it too early to remind folks? I'll wait after this for a while. If you want to smash some buttons, I've kind of made it a joke that I would actually appreciate it if folks would hit the thumbs down button, but take the time to leave me a comment in the proper comment section instead. But that's all right. Okay, Phoenix, stop laughing at your own poor jokes. What are we? Oh, Robin. Bobbin Winder was pressing against, and so now I'm just drawing. I am stitching down the straight line that I have drawn previously. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, so the other day when I needed to press the stays, I took the time to do a whole bunch of pressing on the quilt blocks while I was at it. Or, oh no, because I decided instead of sewing them two at a time, I know that it's supposed to be 17 across, so I just stitched 17. I think some of my cutting was a little off because they're supposed to be all lined up, but some stuff was also cut on the bias and this, that, and the other thing, and I was like, Oh, there was all sorts of people. Let's see here. Am I back? Let's see here. We'll go to all. Are we back in Okay. Oh, I hear myself. I am back. Hey, horror. Welcome, welcome. Being noobs. That's good. Oh, perfect timing. Okay. Oh man, that was kind of like hair raising for a second. The power decided to like flick on and off. Oh, and I'm down a light. No, Phoenix, that's just your face. Okay. Well, we're professionals around here. We recovered. Holy moly, Rumble, you're crushing it today. Where was I before the electricity decided to go doo-doo and cause me some anxiety? Fortunately, it was fast, but it's hard because all my tech was, I'm like, my camera and my this, my that. I didn't like that. Not at all. But thank goodness that studio kept everything going and people didn't complete. What, baby? What are you crying for, little man? Okay, so now. Oh, now my. What the fudge muffins is that? Okay. Don't add fluff into my thread tensioner loop. Okay, sorry everybody, my stress level like bounced super high. But now we're back. Okay. Oh man, Wednesday. We are wumbling along. Okay. Stop saying okay, Phoenix. You know how to speaketh more. Did I backstitch? Yes. Okay. Gonna trim, get the machine set up because I don't know what. It's fine. Well, that was good to know. Fortunately, the benefits of being hardwired in, I didn't need to wait for the Wi-Fi to get started again. It was like, okay, and we're back. Oh no. Oh no. But so I'm just rethreading the machine and it's funny how there's less here. I don't know. I don't go anywhere. Everybody's weird. I'm just gonna firmly give a good press on the one side. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to get the iron to not press wrinkles in when I sew it this way, but now there's no raw edges showing anywhere, and I prefer this. Oh, I did iron a wrinkle in on this side. All right, we'll just fix that. You got knocked off the comp again. You just got back. Oh man, well you didn't. I don't think you missed too much, Ellie, because I also got kicked off. But the whole power in my house went off and on. I think this technique is much nicer for something like this than the bag lining method, which is fine. Oh, you're weird. They're weird. Situation, normal. Yes, except fair. If we're all weirdos around here, doesn't make us all normal? I don't see anything wrong. But this is where, no, fortunately, I can just roll the section that I stuffed all the bones into. And we'll forget the little stain on it. Oh, if I don't even show that there's a tiny stain, then nobody will pay attention. I need a free piece of boning. So I've got my plastic bone. Oh, this is for this section. I'm just going to have one out, or just have this one bone for my guard for the straight lines, and then I have to cut and file bones for the front section. Oh, Allie, they have got a cookie smuggling plot and they're on to us. I don't know. We can't have any cookie smuggling, though we did try pork from Canada. So I had some Canadian frozen food the other day. Is that right? Okay, there's that one. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Phoenix, I need to put the zipper foot on. Sorry for yelling. I don't need to yell into the microphone. It's right here. Though I do have, Dove found at the grocery store sweet potatoes that, no joke, were like 15 inches long and oh, they were so huge. So we cooked it and ate half of it, and I reserved the other half because I'm going to use it to make brownies with, so I can replace a little bit of the butter and get to have my sweetie treaties, but slightly healthier. Oh, William, cookies are worth it. You're in. Oh, right. A chocolate chip cookie. Oh, it helps if I also put my presser foot down. Wow. You think this is a sewing show? And the only scary part is, as I attach these layers, is just trying to make sure I'm not sewing wrinkles into it. But presser foot down. Hershey's chocolate chunk. I was always a fan when I was younger of the Nestle Toll House in the red package, the chewy ones. Oh my god, when we used to get those at my grandma's house. Oh my god. And we wonder why Phoenix was a fat kid. Oh, buttery chocolate chunk. Oh gosh. And I'm gonna need to find a recipe. Allie, what's your favorite recipe for butter pie? Or what is it, butter tarts? Or I'll take your input also. Butter tart recipes. Or who do you like? I'd like to know. Coffee. Oh, with coffee or milk. Yes. Oh, cookies with milk. Just like I used to have at my granny's. Okay, one did. Oh, Nestle chips don't make it into the mix. Those are the the handy small portion chocolates. That's funny. But there was just the Nestle Toll House brand chocolate chip cookies. Those were something. I did realize was that when I was reviewing the original, that in the back, between the center back sections, there's supposed to be 2 bones, but I'm not going to go back and sew 2 horizontal ones. Oh, yours is an old family recipe. I think Betty Crocker. Good answer. That's my answer for sugar cookies. It was from the Betty Crocker cookbook. It has orange juice in it in the sugar cookie recipe. That's the one that Mom always used to make. Where did I lose my bone to? I thought we'd do something different, and stitch with the bone stick. No pecans or raisins, but they could be added for different tarts. Okay. Well, raisins really don't belong in anything, but pecans I'll take. I'll take currants. I'll take other dried fruits. I'll eat raisins. They're fine. But the disappointment when you think you're getting a chocolate chip cookie only to realize that it was oatmeal raisin is that's real disappointment. Oh, Jess, you can. Ooh, can you put dates in them? I'm sure you could. Oh, you're a dates household. And all the jokes about eating dates. If you can put raisins or pecans in, I'm sure you could mix up the. I'll take currants, right? Allie Kirks are just unwanted grapes. They are. Absolutely. If you're going to do that to grapes, then you might as well just make vinegar or wine. Don't. That's just cruel to do to grapes. That's almost easier. Why did I struggle bus and forget that I can just sew along the bone and then I know it's going to fit instead of doing it from the top side? I think I just wanted to try it the difficult way. Oh, Allie says, yes, you guessed, chopped finely they would do. You. It sounds like Allie's very particular about the way he prefers butter tarts. There's one right way, and they're all wrong, and everybody else's is wrong. I keep seeing about them, and I'm like, that kind of sounds nice. But I also have machinations when, after I've eaten the sweet potato brownies, I think I want to try one with lentils because I don't mind faffing around with certain sweets. No raisins, though. You hold the raisins. Oh man, yeah, it was so funny. What we were doing. Oh, I was just taking a second, getting ready before the show, and Oreo's just sticking his face through the outside, looking into my house, just scoping out the scene. I don't know if, I don't think Loki's given his pause of approval about anybody else moving in right now. I don't really have a quarantine space set up. We'll see. Dove and I were joking. If Oreo just happens to walk in the door, I don't think we're gonna send him on their way. But all right, 2 more boning channels stitched. Now I'm going to. Oh, you know what? That was just as well we had to take out the darts because it'll be easier to sew the boning channels. And then I think instead, I don't think I'm going to machine stitch the darts. I think I'm just going to back stitch them. Or just I'm just going to hand stitch it firmly, but not too firmly. Because if I need to do any adjustments in or out, I have a spot that's not too difficult to unpick. Because in the original, there was no bones in that gusset section. So it's just my point for increase and decrease. And hopefully we'll just have to nip it in a little bit more and it'll stay nipped in. Got my sides. There's one little wrinkle and I'm just trying to push out. That side looks nicely finger pressed. We'll just flip it over, do the same to the silk side. I love this chrysanthemum silk, and to have this over the which petticoat? Oh, I guess we could do like our silver phoenix, the mauve linen chemise with. Oh, I should pill the fabric. Phoenix, get this finished so that we can stitch the lavender with flower applique little roses. Are they? I don't know my flowers, but I've got to get the petticoat done, and then we can do our chemise all around. There is an order and a reason as to why we're sewing all these things. There is a final garment. I need to take more pictures and like have cute photos of me wearing all my clothes. And for years, that is something I've not been the best at. I'm not going to be brazen. I'm just going to throw some pins in. Just because I don't want these pieces to go askew. Yes, please. Thank you, dear. Speak of the assistant. Thank you, dear. Ah, the human concession stand. Yes, bubbly tea, my favorite. All right. 2 more pins. And I'm just sewing down my lines. Oh, let's see here. You're a genius. Well, I could have told you that. I could write the cookie company to make a pack of cookies 25% more without raising the price. Write that off as an advertising write-up and send a Canadian. Hey, Allie, I know Canada's repping hard today. Love it. It's also good when Rumble Studio works like it's supposed to. Bless you, sweet boy. What is chunkin'? Everything's fine. I think it's just me knocking bones around. Oh, here's the kicker. Americans get 25% more for the same price, but the tariffed cookies in Canada is a break even. Ugh. What are we gonna do? Oh, my thread. I'm not stitching with thread. Take 2. All cookies are just chocolate chip cookies. Oh, yes. Canada's welcoming all the welcomes in the chat. Everybody says they've got the best chat. And I don't know. I think you're all the best. Okay, I'm just gonna get that going. Oh, wait. Did I? Yeah, over there is the box that's got the hooks and bars in it. I was thinking about actually doing 2 hooks and bars on each side, but then alternating so that they go down on the right side, but then over towards the left side, so that the strain isn't all going in one direction. Little dude, you are so noisy. You're not going outside right now. There's going to be back 40 management, and the last time you were outside, you jumped the fence. little shithead lives up to his name. Where's the bone? There it is. Let me just free you. Free. And let's see here. So once I get this side done, we'll rinse and repeat for the opposite side. I think after that, because I don't need all the bones cut and filed yet, I will just stitch along the bottom seam so that everything's closed. And I'm going to, then I'll trim back the silk edge a little bit so that I can use the cotton twill, whatever it is, to finish the seam, because the original said that they just took the selvage edge and just folded it over and whip stitched it closed. Fancy finishing? No. Simple and using what you've already got that's already finished? Absolutely. I was like, brilliant. Unfortunately, I didn't. Oh no, part of it I got on the. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's going to be great. I am super. Oh, I can't wait for these to be done. But I always want every pair. I get to this part and I'm like, are we done yet? Can I just get to the wearing of it? And we're not there yet. I'm gonna do what I did for the last time. I just need to. There's a lot of fabric because I sewed the channel over where I did the attachment, which is what they did in the extant too. They just sewed right over the seam. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. But I don't have either nankeen fabric, and I don't trust my antique silk thread. Buy new silk thread, not until I use up more of my stash. We are stash busting still. Though if I have a chance, I might go to the Goodwill tomorrow. I'm such a hypocrite. In one sentence, we're trying not to buy stuff also, but maybe I'll go look. We'll see. I might. Again, am I too close to the bone? Why is my thread just like shredding on me today? I don't know. Alright, well, whatever. We'll figure it out. Hello, bird on the air conditioner. Yeah, so I think this is the earliest structural support garment we've tried to make. The dates from the collection say this was guesstimated 1795 to 1810. What? Well, if you're gonna cry like that, why don't you do it over here so everybody can hear you besides me? If I leave this snack sack next to the sewing machine, will you just will I just talk about the snack sack and you'll just totter on over? Okay. Thanks, dude. But now you gotta. Oh, there's your fanny. You silly boys. And I lucked out that the size of the boning that they used for the marking of the channels measured perfectly with my German plastic boning that I had. So, not that it would have mattered. It would have just been like, oh, you use one less bone or just make the channels bigger. It's fine. Sounds like old or bad thread. It might be your grandma had that era type French. Ooh. Yeah, it's It's definitely not new, which is why I need to keep sewing it. Oh, French Canadian stays from 1780 to 90. Holy moly. That is, oh, wow. Though, oh, amazing. That just, oh my gosh. Yeah, my family doesn't have stuff like that, mostly because they kind of left a lot of everything when they moved continents. Yeah, I also wonder if it's the 2 layers, and if I'm stitching, if the thread is rubbing up against the plastic bone as I'm stitching it, maybe. Ooh, it was shattered silk on top, so the family decided to toss it. Oh my god. I knew they must have had silk stays back then. Oh, my heart just had like pain. She must have been very fancy to have had silk stays. And I'm glad to hear that, because now I don't feel as, not that I was trying to be accurate in the first place, but I was like, I'm sure some fancy lady had silk stays back then. Mine are only half silk, but oh, I know, it's so sad when that silk just starts to deteriorate. I don't know why that word was so hard to say. I know, it's hard because they're like, oh, you can't keep everything. Or when do you just start to feel like a hoarder because you can't, oh, the hazards, the top of this channel is a little big. Well, it'll be fine. Somebody is very grumpy in the hallway. Oh man, it was an intricate floral pattern. She wore them until she couldn't anymore. They didn't work. Oh, she was the same size from a youngster on up. That is impressive. Well, my height hasn't changed since I've been 7, 6, 8. Been this height since I've been 8. I've been this height for a long time, so part of me hasn't changed, and then part of me may have undergone some changes. See, but it does also go to show if you're active, and there is no reason why we can't stay a similar size by and large. She must have bounced back amazingly after pregnancies. Oh, floral silk. That just sounds spectacular. So that was going to be my next question, if you'd seen them. Oh. And what kind of closure did she have? Were they laced? Were they pinned like these ones? I'm curious. I'm afraid I would just stick myself through the under layer with those pins. Or if I bent over. I don't know. I don't trust myself with that closure. But oops, don't stab the sewing machine with your scissors. This poor machine, she probably hasn't been used in 80 years, and then here I come a user. 13. Whoa, she sure did bounce back well. Seriously. That is impressive for 13. was going to say something that I'm not going to say out loud. Okay, never mind. That's a story for me to think about, and I'm just going to leave it there. Some people do it. I've heard that going from 0 to 1 is a challenge, 1 to 2 is the hardest, and then after 3, you're just like, nah, what's another kid? And I think after you get to like 4 or 5, you're like, oh, the oldest one's probably like 6 or 7, and then they're just mama's little helpers, or they're out in the field cutting potatoes or whatever. And that's probably words Phoenix. I bet that probably doesn't necessarily include all of her pregnancies. Because sometimes you can have more of those than the living children's. Little dude, is Oreo outside there? Are you? He was sitting under the car for the longest time, just looking over at me, giving me squinty eyes, and then turning their head away. I'm like, don't, cat, you can't be giving me squinty eyes like that. Oh, Jesse wanted 4, but was told nope. Oh no, but 2 is the magic number. 2 is good. Then there's no outnumbering between small humans and adult handlers. Yeah. Oh my god. Somebody is being very demanding in the hallway. What? You're not going outside, dude. It's not happening right now. Okay, so then every time I just push the bone really hard against the previous row of stitching. Dude! Yeah, that cat is so noisy right now. Yeah. Sometimes you tell the universe you'd like something, it happens, and other times the universe just laughs in your face and says, we've got other plans, and that's that. That's all I'm going to say about that topic. Okay. Oh. And there will be no more cats for a while because somebody took them for an outside adventure. He better pay attention. If shithead jumps the fence again, oh my god. I was almost expecting that when he came back that day, that Oreo was just gonna like follow him through through the fence. Cause I think they talk to each other. They leave messages. I think the cats in the hood know that we're not the worst house to stop by. Oh, okay. Don't prep. Back to stitching. We've got just a couple more. Then the center front section. There's 2. Oh, there's a selvage edge. I was trying to decide. Maybe. Do I want to self-bind on tonight? Could I? Oh, what did I do? Oh. What the fuck? Stupid. Okay. Sorry about that. Today's just like the show of calamities. There's it's just one thing after another. All right, we're going to stop touching buttons and we're just going to keep stitching. Because I am really excited to try these ones. Because so far, every time I keep slipping them on, they just make me happy. I think we'll maybe just do like 2.5-inch little straps because it says there are supposed to be shoulder straps. But I won't. So that's the other reason why I'm going to finish the bottom first, because there's no straps at the bottom. And then that'll give me a time to figure out the strap situation. Do I even have snacks? Yes, I've got a bag. I do have some snacks. But let me have a violet. Right, Phoenix. Ellie knows when Phoenix starts to get grumpy, shit starts to hit the fan. Like, we're all going. This sewing machine is so heavy. We're gonna stop stabbing my sewing machine. Okay. Oh, I'm afraid to touch. Okay, there. There we go. One plastic bone, one hot Phoenix. Now we can stitch again. It's finally starting to get warm, but it's June and I keep needing to put the heater on randomly or to wear wool sweaters still. But, oh, I came across from the Pinterest. Do I have that tab? Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. Okay, let me just figure out which tab I'm supposed to be on. There we go. I stumbled across from the Pinterest a tailoring book from India, and pattern drafting. All of those words that I'm not good at. And it was brilliant because the whole section of the book, they don't draft their patterns onto paper. There's a whole section of how to fold the fabrics because you take the measurements and just draft with chalk or your marking tool right on the fabric. It's like, this is what I've been looking for. My favorite way. So, let me find it and I'll screen share it because I know. There it is. It's mostly that I just can't remember how to say the name. The Zarapkar system of cutting. So excited. Because I was thinking that something's not right with the pattern that we did from the folkwear one. There's something off, but I thought that it would be interesting to do a comparison of, let me see here. Scroll forward the sleeves. No, sleeves are after the bodices. I think. Oh, regard. Well, let me show the book. Here we are. Oh, Rock of Eye. Also, what it is called. Oh, interesting. I've not heard that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, at archive.org, this Zarapkar system of cutting, and in the beginning, there's just a whole section, like a standard manual, like how to take your measurements. But, and they went through, they also talked about using the head measuring system, which I'd never heard before. And then it happened to learn from watching a painting show method for proportion, so that everybody typically is about 7 heads. So like the distance of your head, you're like 7 of those tall, and then get from like 1 head from my chin to my nipple line, and then the belly button and all that stuff. So I thought that was interesting. And then they go through how to fold the fabrics. I love even their like full busted section. The chest is only a 34 inches. I was like, oh my God. This book was written a while ago, because I think most in the modern times, 34 would be considered rather small chested. Yeah, so they've got all sorts of traditional Western style garments, and then the cholis and the Eastern style stuff. Oh, and I keep only pulling up the Western things. Oh, the salwar pants. I'm going back and forth, but I think those might be fun to make. They've got like little floops down the side. It's kind of one of those, I think that would be fun. But then in the next breath, but I don't know if I really want my pants to make my hips look big. But then I'm like, well, just why not just try one just cause. Oh, did I even screen share? Was I in presentation? I'm sorry. Here we go. This is the book. I don't even know if I was screen sharing. But, oh yeah, so here's the blouses. They've got the raglan, which I am a big fan of that style. And their sari blouse is, no, that's, there, you've got one, these ones. The Katori in this book is more similar to what they're calling a choli, because here their choli just has darts and a tie in the front, so it's just like a little crop top, which those pieces look pretty straightforward. So I did take a few moments yesterday, retake my measurements, and do a little stitching. What is the spelling? That proportions part sounds interesting. Ah, yes, it is I can't move my head. Zarapkar. Oh, you know what I'll do? Haha. Let me be smart and I'll just drop the link. Let's see. There's the link for the book at archive.org. It should pop up in just a second, Allie. There we go. There's a link to the book. Yeah, very interesting. Because I'd never heard. Well, good. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who'd never heard about using the head measures. But they had all my favorite words: no paper, made to measure, mark on the fabric, and cut. I was like, sold. Those are all my favorite words. You're so welcome. Yeah, and it's a nice blend of traditional Indian styles with Western styles. I guess it was from, what did I read from the introduction section? From a government-funded tailoring school, I think. But whatever. I'm excited because fingers crossed that finally maybe I'll draft my own for my own measures, mock that one up in the same silver fabric. We'll finish up that one, and then we'll do a comparison of, because it's kind of bugging me that every time I start to think that pre-made one, no worries, Ellie, that I'm getting better at, that the fitting is getting nicer. I noticed something else that's like, yeah, Phoenix, that doesn't look quite right. But sewing a well-fitted top that's not a sack is one of the things that Phoenix is trying to get better at, because I find it challenging. Especially since I learned that standard patterns most of the time are typically drafted for I think a C cup, and that means already before I even look at the pattern, I'm going to have to adjust it, because a C cup, I am not. So, yeah, but I've already ranted and rambled and grumbled about my dislike for patterns. Why print something to have to make all those adjustments? Why buy something when I know I'm just going to have to make adjustments? I just can't do it. I mean, I do never. Phoenix, now you're just sounding hypocritical, because here you are sewing from a pattern you printed off, that you made adjustments on. So I do it, but I'm just trying to practice made to measure. All right, Jess. BLTs. Oh, you're making me hungry. Finish cleaning out the garage before the sun goes down. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll catch you next time, Jess. We'll see how much farther I can get on that quilt top before we actually have to get to the quilting section. Awesome. Well, now I'm hungry. BLTs. I have to wait until the garden has tomatoes in it for BLTs. But eventually, because I do have little flowers on my tomato plants, and I'll have to go back and look later. Maybe there's little tomatoes, but I don't think so quite yet. But oh well. Oh, Horror, are you still around? Are you excited for the new RTMP? This new feature? I don't understand. I don't know how it's going to benefit me. Especially since I gave up on OBS. I'm running straight Rumble Studio these days. And I have not had to restart my OBS because I start it and then the camera poops out. We'll see. I heard the delay is going to get even less, so things hopefully just continue to get better. And the stitching will just get even more amazing as I get better. We're making pretty good progress. Every time it's only been an hour. We haven't been stitching for that long. Yeah, so this one's interesting because it sits really high on the back, and then I should stand up. Okay, let me come over here so you can see. So there's the back. It sits low, and then it just attaches in the middle and just adds some nice support and smooshiness. So it's good that it'll just be fun. And it's half silk, so how can it be horrible? It can't be that bad. Yeah, and I took my measures again and working on making stuff that fits me. Okay. Okay, leaving his cat fur around. Ugh. I have to dust the machine. Okay, where are we? Phoenix, just get to the sweet, sweet sounds of the sewing machine, please. You know, we think chat's really here or folks who really just come to listen to have cats have snacks on the sewing machine. You're the afterthought, Phoenix. All right, I've got this channel and 2 more for this side. Then we can finish the other half. And then, what did I say? Oh, so get the bottom closed, at least initially. I'm not going to fold it over to completely finish that section until I get the bones all cut, filed, and placed, because the bones might not fit if I don't do it in that order. And it looks funny the way the bones are curving right now, but I like them to be because they're on a roll, they're curved, so that's a part of it. And I want it to do some support, so where my back goes out, I want the bones to nestle in there. So the silver side, the silk is going to be closer to my body, so the bones are going to press in. Is that how I did it? Well, we'll figure it out. Plus, as you wear it, it's going to soften and mold. These bones are very pliable. The other times I've used it, they get super bendy. They're just like me. They like to just be flexible. Like the willow. We're not going to be stuck like the oak. Yeah, so later after the show's over, I'll take this outside carefully to not get it dirty. Take the plastic boning with the tin snips and measure each bone, cut it, file it, and stuff it so that I don't get confused. Because if I cut too many bones at once with so many slightly very similar lengths, I'm going to get confused and not have the right bone in the right spot. So if I just do one at a time, then I can't get them confused with each other. So this is the last one for this side. We've got an opening, which is great because that's where we're going to fold and finish for the hooks and bars. Oh, let me grab that tub from right here because I'm sure some of you are like, Phoenix, what are hooks and bars? Well, let me show you, friends. Okay. So in this box of goodies, I have random fasteners. So these, well, here's a couple of different sets. Easier to see these ones. So there's little hooks with little bars. No, those are poppers. Oh, here's. We have a hook. I'll do that. And then it goes through. It's a little really hard to see silver on my white skin. I'm gonna get a black one. Phoenix. Oh, here's a different style. Here's a flat bar. So it's like a staple, but you stitch it on, and then the little hook section just slides through, and then they just slide and stay closed magically. That's going to be our closure. So that's hooks and bars, or hooks and eyes, they're basically very similar, but not exact. Oops. And I'm throwing them overboard. I guess we'll do the silver ones probably because, or do we want black? Or do we want to alternate silver and black? Well, of course. You can clickety clackety what you think. I think I know what I'm gonna do, but I'll entertain options from the chat. The options are all silver, all black, or silver and black. That's all I got. And we saw the box in my stash. I am not buying more until I decide that the antique ones I'm afraid to use and all my new ones are empty or whatever. Regardless, I have enough. I keep gushing because I'm so excited for this garment. Are you going to be the structural support garment of my dreams? You're going to give me that nice lifted, boosted, late 18th century style where gowns were low and boobs were up at your nose. Oh, that. Ooh, order new white powder coated ones. Ellie, I'm not supposed to be buying new stuff. Oh. That, do I? Now I'm going to go through my stash and look, but I'm like almost positive the options are black or white or black and white. Silver. I don't think I have white ones. Now, I need to find a project for those clasps. Oh, buttons, poppers, more poppers. Oh, more earring hooks. Suspender overall buckles. No, not for this project. I know I don't have white ones. I'll think about it. Oh, these are for are these for suspender? Not suspenders. Okay, don't break this box. I have 3. I have a couple of these. I have little plastic snappy ones with little flowers on them. I don't think these are gonna work either, but those are super cute. In an old stinger box. Oops, it was upside down. No buttons, poppers, dungarees, the snap-ons. No, these are silver. Oh, I take that back. I have one half of one. Except this is plastic, I think. I have one bar, but no hook in a white. I could do little white buttons. And then just do thread bars. Oh, I'm leaking hooks and bars everywhere. I've exploded hooks and bars and poppers. I'll just save you for later. Not gonna let you convince me that I need to buy more stuff yet. Good try though. This is like you and the sweetie treaties. My waistline can't eat like that. Or else I have to spend if I do that, no buttonholes on this one. I was not super leaning into the buttonholes. And this. Yeah, we'll just sew hooks and bars and the white ones. Okay, that's it. Have to order nice fancy red and white ones. You are trying to get me to order stuff. Now I'm gonna have to scroll on Amazon and just check out the threads that I don't need. Because I almost looked at a mixed lot of glow-in-the-dark threads. But I already have plenty. I'll think about it. Fortunately, I guess I don't have to make a decision super fast because I can always do what the original said and close it with pins. I don't know, Rubble Red would be super fancy. Oh, we've done pretty good. There's that input, and then yeah, and then I'll just, at this top edge, it looks like we'll do the strap like 2 inches here and then down to there. Red, white, and blue for the 2/50th. That sounds like it needs a hole. I don't think this is not that undergarment. This is too many threads that Phoenix did not trim away. I do, we could, you know what, we do have some of the blue flower silk, and I've got a corset's length amount of, I've got a little bit of red moire, or is it red shut, poly shut? I don't know. I do have some red, and we've got that blue and white silk. Along with, we could do that, the final version for the 1840s stays, because that would definitely fill our need for the cording, because it's got cording and boning. But I've been hemming and hawing. I think I am going to actually go back and finish the purple ones with the wooden busk, because I thought for a while I was just going to scrap that project, but we've done way too much work on it to scrap it, and I haven't even worn them yet, so we'll finish that one. And then we will consider the red, white, and blue. We'll think about it. So I don't really need my arm twisted too much to do retail therapy. It's just I'm trying to use up what I got, and sometimes we do good and sometimes we're utter rubbish. But I think I've got most of the errant threads. All right, this is why. Ooh, okay, stop. I'm overhandling the edges where the silk. It's doing very good about not fraying, but I don't want to tempt fate. So then when I get the bones in, I've got the remnants from where that dart was, and I'm just going to hand stitch it to the one side and just call it good. Okay. Boning channels for this side, which means I'm going to need to change presser feet, I think, because we're sewing in the opposite side. All right, where's... Oh, and this is the one I have to make. I kind of drew the wrong lines in there. Should we... we'll do what we did for the last one. We'll unpick this dart, do our seam that and then sew boning channels. I know these days just make me want to like sit up straight and feel like a lady. I just feel like a lady when I wear these ones, not like a troll. Okay, well, trying not to make a mess any more than is already a mess over here. Phoenix, stop making the same funny face. It's getting old and not attractive, kid. Okay. Oh, that's where the dart was. Okay, right sides to right sides, the top sides to top sides. And then we'll do what we did the last time. Line right side to right side with the dandelion and the silk. This way. Throw in our pins and then mark. Use our hem gauge to mark our 1/2 inch seam allowance, seam line. I don't know why I got into the hat. I also like, maybe it's from the corsets and all the patterns that didn't have seam allowances on them to cut your pattern pieces, your paper patterns without the seam allowance, and then I just enjoy marking the seam allowance afterwards, and the pattern piece is as big as it needs where the stitch line is. I don't know. Now I'm really rambling. Might just be a 5 o'clock show. We'll see how far we get before the hungers. Even though I did snack on bacon and crackers before the show. I didn't really have a real lunch necessarily, which might be why we fall apart by 3 o'clock on the weekend shows. I'm gonna need a snack before then so we can start making it a little bit longer. Alright, move my bear away. Oh, itchiness. I'm also curious. I'm gonna have to review because they said on the originals that there was the evidence of the strap, but how did they attach the strap if everything was bound with the selvage edge? I'm curious how that would have worked. Unless it was all cut out of one piece, and I'm going to end up slotting it in extra because I didn't cut it with the shoulder strap included. I think I'm just going to do the shoulder strap a single thickness. Do I want, but maybe I will have it in 2 halves so I can tie it in the center in case I need adjustments in the vertical area. Because this one seems to really not have, there's no hooks in there, there's no eyelets on this one at all anywhere that survived. Which is why I was most surprised that it closed with the pins, that there's no eyelets. You know what maybe I'll do afterwards? I might top stitch over at least the side waist seam to give that section a little bit more integrity. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, time to open and finger press nicely. Oh, here comes trouble. Hey everybody, what'd you guys do outside? Did you guys chase birds? Did you let those roses know who's boss? Oh, I was going to. I'll clip one for Saturday. I have this rose bush in the corner that finally managing to keep the deer out of the garden, and it's the form of these roses. Not the most fragrant rose I've ever come across, but the look of it so dense and puffy in the petals. It's really nice. Yeah, so I'll stick a couple pins and then we can laugh when I show you the lines where Phoenix was trying to draw in the wrong direction, which boning lines lined up with which ones. We're going in all the directions. It's not supposed to tell you to be there at the bottom. So fortunately, we've got a correct one that's sewn completely correctly that we can use as reference. And we'll just start like we did the last iteration from the side center outwards. Okay, let the boning begin. There we go. Oh. All right, we're getting all twisty-turvied. Okay, boys and girls. All right. I know, I'm trying to be like, oh, it's got to be right in the dot. And I'm like, Phoenix, it really doesn't. Nobody's going to come with a ruler to be like, is this exactly the same markings as the original? No. Does it matter? No. Not really. Right now, I just need to sew a straight line. Oops. And not be rubbing up against my treadle belt there. Oops, I just broke the needle. All right, too much excitement. On that note, I think I'm going to call it a show. The machine's trying to tell me it's been a show. I appreciate everybody who came by to hang out. It was a hopping, amazing Wednesday show. I will be back at the machine on Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Maybe we'll actually get through like the last 3 lessons of Mr. Singer, or we'll just say screw it and we will stitch whatever embroidery I feel like. I haven't decided yet. And Sunday, I don't know yet. It's a surprise. When I make the thumbnail, we will know what I'm sewing. All right, everybody. You've all been great. I've been great. Don't wait until tomorrow to be fabulous today. And don't laugh at others unless you've laughed at yourself. All right, stay awesome. Get some sunshine. I'm heading out for a while. All right, I'll see you Saturday. Bye.